Hey, how are you? I hope you are having a really lovely day. I am currently in Spain on the Costa Blanca. I've been here for a week and a half, and at the moment I am in a little town on the coast called Altea. It's a really kind of lovely traditional Spanish town. It's all got the old town's all cobbled streets and whitewashed buildings. It's really beautiful. And I'm staying in this amazing apartment, which is, as you can see, a bit kind of arty, and it's got quite a nice rustic industrial feel to it. So that's been really fun. And I thought what I would do is give you a little bit of a tour of the town. It's actually been raining a little bit whilst I've been here, so I took myself on a rainy walk around out here to see if I could get a little bit of creative inspiration. So I've come out to Spain on my own. I do really love taking solo trips, but they do force me to kind of get out of my comfort zone a bit. One of the reasons I started my own business in the first place was because I really wanted to be able to have the freedom and flexibility to travel and visit new places and do that without having to be kind of limited by the constraints of holidays that you take from your office 9 to 5. I know that it's, really difficult to kind of break free from that. And throughout the course of the last 10 years when I have been running my business, I've been working on and off in various different jobs, kind of full-time and part-time. My last one was a full-time role, which I've just recently left again, which is very exciting. I've always been doing kind of communications and marketing, which I really love. And, that's been really great for my own business as well, because obviously I've got a lot of transferable skills from marketing other businesses, which I can bring into my own business and which I can also use to help other handmade business owners. So yeah, I've come out to Spain on my own solo trip. It's been really great. I have been over to Spain on my own before. I'm kind of trying to learn Spanish, although I have to admit I'm not putting in quite as the work that I should be. So this is my next step, is to try and properly learn Spanish. So if you have any tips, please let me know. So yeah, solo travel, I find it does kind of really push me to get out of my comfort zone and think of new things that I want to do, and kind of, get over some of my own fears and limitations. So something I found on this trip, because I've had a few kind of niggling issues with my back, which means I'm not as active as I perhaps always would want to be, but I've been making sure that I go on a daily walk and also spending as much time as I can just on foot exploring the local area, which I really love. I always find that when I'm walking, that's when my ideas come to me as well, if I can kind of get myself into the moment. And normally what happens is I have a load of chitter-chatter in my brain, but then as I walk, the chatter begins to quieten down. I think it must be something to do with the repetitive movement of walking. And then eventually my mind will clear a bit and I'll start to kind of ideas and new things will start percolating in my mind. So that's one thing that I've kind of been really embracing, that process and letting it happen whenever I can. Another thing that I really love doing when I go out on walks is just taking my phone or my camera. I haven't got my actual camera with me, but I've got my phone, and mobile phone cameras are so brilliant now. So I'll take that out with me and see what I can see, and kind of just really look for little interesting visual cues that I can take pictures of. Of course, you've got the lovely scenery, you've got the architecture, things like that are really inspiring, but also little things like, a plant growing through the rocks, or an unusual corner on a building, or even a street sign or something like that. And I'll take my camera and just snap them. And I really like the process of looking for things that I think will make an interesting photograph, because I find that it helps me to look at my environment in a different way. So something that happened whilst I was here, which I wasn't expecting, is I was kind of on a walk the other day. And as I said, it's beautiful kind of whitewash architecture here. You've got the gorgeous turquoise sea in the background. The sun is shining. It's really lovely. It is a really artistic town, so it's been really inspiring in that respect as well. And it kind of, on a spur of the moment, I kind of got the idea of seeing if I could start painting some of the views which I saw. I have done painting before. I used to love painting when I was younger. I haven't done any painting though for really quite a long time. So I popped onto Google, found that there was a really sweet little art shop up in the old town. So I popped up there and got myself just this really simple little watercolour kind of case, and just a pencil and some paintbrushes and a pen, and I decided that I was going to do some painting. So I've kind of got into a little bit of a routine where I'll get up in the morning, potter around. Because I'm in an apartment, that means I can make myself some breakfast or some lunch as well. I'll go out for a walk in the morning whilst it's not too hot, and then come back to the apartment and do a little bit of kind of sketching or painting. I don't actually do it whilst I'm outside. I like to sit on a table when I'm doing creative work like that. And I also find it much easier to work from an image that I've taken, because then you've got the natural border which is helping me to frame my pictures. So I've kind of managed to get a bank of different photos of different views around the town that I want to start sketching and drawing. The first day I did a practice run, and then I I kind of have been gradually honing my technique as I go. I realised that I don't really like lots of hard pen, so I've kind of started using the pen after I'll do a drawing with pencil, then I'll do the paint, a little bit of a wash of paint, and then I'll go in afterwards to highlight certain areas with the pen, but not with really harsh, hard lines over the whole thing, because that's just not the feel I like. I like it to be a little bit more fluid. So I will share with you some of the pictures that I've been doing. This is the pad that I picked up. It's just a watercolour paper pad in order to do my kind of sketches. I'm going to show you what I've been doing. It's really rough and ready. I haven't painted for a while. I'm not doing these with the thought of becoming a watercolour painter or selling them. I'm doing them really for the fun of it and the love of it, and to see what I create. And I'm trying to let go of the expectation of creating something amazing and wonderful right off the bat. I do know that, as creators, as artists, we do want to create things that are beautiful and lovely and that we feel proud of. And, as much as people say it's all about the creative process, yes, it is, but also there's something about producing something that you feel really happy with, that you've put your all into, and that you know looks beautiful, which is ultimately really satisfying. And so I'm not, you know, maybe it's an unpopular opinion, but I do truly believe that we love creating beauty, and that's one of the reasons that we do what we do. Anyway, on that note, I will show you what I have been doing. So I'm kind of thinking of it as practice and honing my style. I know with my jewellery making, it's taken me a lot of time and energy and years to get to the point now where I've got my particular style and I have particular techniques which I've managed to master. And so, yeah, I am enjoying the process, but I'm also hoping to produce something that I feel is beautiful and that I'm proud of. So I've done some little flowers. I absolutely love painting flowers. I've just been trying out different techniques here for painting the petals, and we've got one of the larger flowers in the middle. This was a flower that I saw when I was up in the old town doing a walk, and I just really loved the colours. And then this is one of the street scenes which I have done. So you can see there, it's quite simple, and I've been practicing using the pen and ink in a way that I feel happy with. You can see this is the flower at the front that I was doing a more detailed one in the previous picture. Something I love about this town are these street lamps, which are all littered throughout the old town, and they're really just, I don't know, they're really cool. I didn't really realise they were going to be there, and they look great. And if you're new to my channel and we haven't met yet, my name is Rebecca. My business is called Rebecca Lucy. I'm a jewellery designer maker and I specialise in silver clay jewellery. I teach workshops both in person and online. I also work with other handmade business owners to help you elevate your own handmade business through marketing and through beautiful websites.